Starting in Season 3 of Apex Legends Mobile, the Legends perks are now played in the ranked game mode. Before, this was exclusive to just the pubs, and now they're in ranked. Some people are super excited about it, some people are not. I think it'll be interesting. It makes everyone more powerful, so it's gonna be an interesting change. But today we're gonna cover a few of the legends, so let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with Wraith. All of these purple perks, they have to deal with your finisher. So your finisher should always be on this one, and luckily it's one of the first ones you get to unlock. Using your finisher adds 100 points to your Evo shield. That's what it used to be. That's what it is in ranked without the perks anyway, and I think that is by far the best one. So we're always going to stick with this one. Other than that, let's go through the blue perks. This one says Voices of the Void displays the distance between you and your enemies. When you're knocked down, you can still use Into the Void, and then lastly, slightly increases movement speed while not holding a weapon. I would highly recommend using this one. Just having quicker movement speed, and you might say, well, your speed when you're holding your weapon is just normal. Why is that even good? You know, when you're in a fight, you want to be moving around quickly. Well, maybe you want to equip your weapon, you slide, you speed up a tiny bit, and then you bring it back out, and that can catch someone off guard. If you need to escape quicker, if you need to catch up to your teammates, 100% this is the best of the blue perks. And then with the red ones, we've got your ultimate is available at 50%, but it's a lesser portal. This one is Into the Void's duration increases by 1 second, but the cooldown is 10 seconds longer. What? And movement speed within the void increases, but the duration decreases. But out of these three red ones, I would say that this is definitely the best. Wraith's cooldown on her ultimate is 3.5 minutes. That's insane. It's so long. It's one of the longest cooldowns of all the legends, and I don't think it deserves that. And even just being able to have a shorter portal at 50%, I think that is definitely the best for Wraith. Now let's go with Bangalore. Alright, so to start off, again, we're keeping the using your finisher adds 100 points to your Evo shield. We're not even going to look at the other purple ones. Going through the blue, increases reload speed while running. Nice, that's a good first one. This one says entering smoke triggers double time and then seeing enemies in smoke when aiming down sights. And that is by far the best of the blue ones. I always thought that it would be pretty overpowered if Bangalore could make a big smoke grenade and then she would be the only one that could actually see what's going on. And this isn't quite that because you have to aim down your sights, but it's still really good. This is definitely what you should be using in ranked matches. And then for the red ones, we have your squad has reduced footstep sounds when covered by smoke. You see footsteps anyway on your screen, so I don't know if that's super helpful. While knocked down, you can use a smoke launcher. That is pretty good. But personally, increase the amount of smoke canisters released by the smoke launcher from 3 to 4. In my opinion, this is the best one. It just creates more smoke. Honestly, with this one, like, sometimes when I've been going up against a Bangalore and I knock them and they use the smoke, all it does is creates cover for me to then finish them and get my shield back. So this looks good on paper. Like, if you have like a long distance fight, then it's better. But I don't know. It's a little bit risky for me. This one creating more smoke, whether you're using it for cover or to push an area or just cover something up so that your opponents can't see through it, I think that's definitely the best for Bangalore. Next, let's talk about Caustic, one of my favorites. Again, this one for the purple. The blue perks are enemies that destroy the traps will be pinged on the map. The effect of healing items is increased and reviving allies is quicker while standing in gas. And then you can see enemies caught in gas through walls. So what I would say here is that it's really between these two. Lots of times you'll put down a gas canister and you'll shoot it so that you can have some cover your opponents can't see if you need to res a teammate or start healing yourself. And so that is really handy. However, I really like to be able to see what's going on when my opponents are through the walls. And I think that this is one of the best ones. If you prefer this one, then I would say go for it. My opinion is that this one is the best for the blue perks. For the red perks, the Nox gas lasts longer, but the gas radius starts off small and gets bigger over time. Then you've got its radius increases, but the duration is shorter. And this one says that gas traps can be thrown long range, but their deployment time increases. So this one's really cool because you can throw the gas cans really far, but the nerf of the deployment being longer, I think that is a big deal. Again, sometimes you're in these tight scenarios where all you need is cover, and so you need that gas can to deploy really fast. You can use Caustic kind of aggressively, but he's best as not a very aggressive player. This would add to him being a little bit more aggressive, and I don't think that personally that's the best way to play Caustic. And I just like it when the gas grenade lasts as long as it possibly can, because then you've got the cover, you've got an area where your opponents aren't going to go in and mess around, and if you've got people in a building and it's lasting a while, it's going to be dealing a lot of damage if they can't find a way out. Caustic also just got a buff in Season 3 where the gas deals more damage, 8 instead of 5 per second, I believe, and the cans deploy quicker. We'll also do Octane. So obviously we're doing this one. Your finisher adds 100 points to your Evo shield. And then for our blue perks, we've got the syringe heals you an extra 10 health. That's pretty good. When your armor shatters, you gain a speed boost, and then your stim increases your reload speed. I would say either of these are pretty good. I don't like the third one very much. This one, when your armor shatters, you gain a speed boost. I think that's pretty helpful. Sometimes Octane just needs to escape and come back in a second. That's one that I've liked the most. In terms of these red ones, by far the best one, in my opinion, is you can jump an additional time after using your jump pad. So Octane gets the initial jump, the second jump that you would always get, and then a third jump. Putting this into ranked, I think it's insane. Octane has so much mobility now, especially in these sweatier lobbies, so that's crazy. Have fun with your 3 jumps in ranked. And then a big one for this season, because he just got a signature weapon, is Fade. Unfortunately, I don't think that Fade has very good perks, which is too bad since he was the first mobile exclusive legend. But obviously we've got the Evo shield for the purple perks. For our blue ones, the options are exiting the phase space triggers Surge. This one, Surge leaves behind after images that squad mates can touch for a speed boost, and then this one you can flash back when knocked down. This one and this one here, I don't know. They're not good. This one is a decent option though. One of the reasons I like Fade is because he can go in and be aggressive, kind of get a taste for what's going on, and back out really quick. He can run in, get some damage done, and then if you unfortunately get knocked, you can flash back away, and then maybe your teammates can res you. I think that's a helpful one, especially for aggressive Fade play. For our red perks, we have when you're tactical, when you flash back and you don't have shield, then it will give you a little bit of shield. It will fill up 1 shield cell. This one, flashback leaves behind after images that your squad mates can get speed boosts from. And then your squad can stay in the phase chamber longer, but enemies are no longer scanned. I think that's terrible. I think the best thing about the phase chamber is that your opponents are scanned, so I think that's garbage. This is definitely the best one, where when you're flashing back, it will reload your weapon, and if you're out of shield, it will give you a little shield back. And I think that that is super helpful. So there you go. I hope that this has been helpful for you to know what perks to use in ranked with these 5 different legends.